Yeah, it's finna get crazy. This the part that's gonna get explicit. I'm finna get into the I'm gonna deal with the trick side of the game versus rather than the pimping side of the game. Especially since my last video, you know what I'm saying, my stock went up on some pimping, but nah, ain't no pimping going on now right now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pimping going on. But check this out. I got experience with the trick side of the game too. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. You know what I'm saying? This is the third example of God restraining me. You know what I'm saying? So, I talked about having basically a homegirl that was a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? That was on some LA stuff. But I've tried tricking before. I've tried tricking with a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? I've tried that. You know what I'm saying? And but when it got down to business, I could not rise to the occasion. You know what I mean? Straight like that, and I ain't knocking nothing. I ain't knocking the game at all. You know what I'm saying? Working girls, you know what I'm saying? Ladies of the night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nothing. Cause I talked it real big and bad about tricking on one of my sermons. It might have been the last one or the one before last. I was talking real big and bad about tricking, but I still feel the same way, but I can't act like I ain't never done it, or I can't act like I'm just above it. Like I'm just too good to trick or something like that. Like, so anyway, you know what I'm saying? I was tricking with a prostitute, you know what I'm saying? I only done it I've only done it one time, like on some straight up tricking. Like I done tricked off dope before, but that was like really that was just giving some. That was a female I was messing with at the time. I only messed with her for like a week, and I felt like she was draining me in just that short period of time. But you know what I'm saying? At this time, this was when this 2014. I ain't gonna give you the time for anyway. All right, but anyway, in 2014, I was on the grind. Right, I was selling crack, and at the time, it take time when you hadn't been in the game. You had to build up your clientele, And I wasn't with my ex-wife at the time, like we were separated or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I had to work. I mean, I had the dope, you know what I'm saying. And so, cause me and her would take turns, and it'll be her clients at first. But then during this time, it was just me with the dope. She was doing her thing, and we had separated, and I was doing my thing. And I didn't have no clients though. So I'm in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Chapel Hill stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. 24 block stuff. You know what I'm saying? Really, I'm at my mama crib. I'm in the hood though. And I'm trying to do whatever I can do. I'm busting the move or riding around, all that good stuff. Riding around from Chapel Hill to Tyler, all that. And then I meet this chick. So, I'm like, you don't know nobody want to work? And I'm just gonna say somebody close to her was a smoker. You know what I mean? And so, I didn't have no clients, and she started running her game. Can you front me this and all that kind of stuff? So I let her run up a tab. I ain't had nothing to lose. Plus, I had that water whip dope had too much too much moisture in it. You let that dope sit up too long, it'll dissolve, it'll evaporate. Yeah, facts. And you can't, if you put it on paper, it'll wet the paper. So you got to keep it in plastic. Like if you put your rocks in a matchbox, it'll wet the paper because it was too much moisture in the dope. So you got to keep it in plastic for it to you have to keep it in plastic for it to like not dissolve. You know what I mean? That water whip dope. But or really it just had too much water in it because you got that hard dope where you can keep it. And like I had some hard dope when I was in jail, and when I got out, the dope was exactly the same as it was when I left. You know what I'm saying? But that water whip dope, that stuff, it'll evaporate. Like, yeah, I'm telling you, it'll evaporate. Like if you let it sit up too long. So you kind of got to get rid of it pretty quick. And let me think. Yeah. So I had this water whip dope, and then I ain't had no clientele. So, I'm letting her get a bunch of dope on credit. I ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? So I let her run up a tab. But the reason I let her run up a tab was because I was messing with her. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't messing with her sexually, I probably wouldn't have let her run up the tab. But I did. So really, that's tricking. You know what I'm saying? You can trick with weed. You can trick with dope. You know what I'm saying? You can trick with money. So really, I was tricking. So then anyway though, but me and my ex-wife, we was not married. This is before we got married also. But so I was in that type of relationship, but I'm messing with this other chick. I let her run up a tab, fronting her dope. And but then like I end up getting back with my ex-wife. Like I said, this before we got married though. So I end up getting back with her, and then I just cut her off. Plus, she owed me money. She giving me excuses about she gonna have the money and giving me excuses and stuff. So I'm just like, forget it. I ain't the type. I'm not finna sweat you and make a big deal if I done gave it to you on credit. Cause the way I look at it, you're not supposed to really give nobody nothing on credit. I'm not one of these people finna be chasing you down, trying to beat you up, trying to shoot you. I'm just not gonna mess with you no more. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the weed game, when I was young, people always, hey man, can you front me a dime bag? You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna chase you down for the money and none of that. If you ain't got it, I'm just not gonna do business with you no more. Cause I look at it like I didn't have to front you nothing anyway. I didn't have to give you nothing on credit anyway. But I did, you know what I mean? So I charge that to myself if you don't pay me back or whatever. So anyway, so I stopped messing with her and went back to my ex-wife. But at the time we was not married though. So I went back to her. So then I just, you know what I mean? I wasn't messing with her no more. And then I told her, you making all these excuses about the money and all that. Hey, just keep that. You can have that on GP for general purposes. Don't say I never did nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? You can have that. You know what I mean? I ain't finna be chasing you down, calling you. Do you got my... Nah, you can just keep that. So that's how I did that. But I tricked. It was on credit, but it was tricking at the same time. Matter of fact, I'm finna get explicit. This what made it tricking right here. I'm gonna go on and tell this. I ain't gonna put no names to it though. So we were having sex, and she was like, I'm into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm into it. And she was like, dang, what did she say? She was like, if she was like, I'll let you finish if you front me another dime. Like what? I'm okay, bet. So that I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was my last time messing with her. Cause once a female do you like that, you playing with rape and stuff like that. Cause what if I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna front you another dime. Well, I want you to stop then. Stop. And then you want to go on and finish. Now you playing with a rape charge. You know what I mean? So nah, you don't want to mess with no female, pull no stunt like that. But yeah, I'm into it. And somewhere she come out the blue like, I'll let you finish if you front me another dime. Like, wow, for real? I mean, I could have just pulled out blue balls. Nah, bump that, forget that. But nah, I was like, so then I knew what kind of female I was dealing with. I understand people trying to come up and I understand people trying to get over but I seen what kind of female I was dealing with right there though. So I'm like, okay. So I finished, gave her another dime, and she ran up more than that, but she paid me back something. But she ran up like a $90 tab, like $90 worth of dope. You know what I'm saying? And I just end up telling her, hey, you can keep that. I just want to get away from her. Then I was done with her by then. I'm pretty sure that was probably my last time smashing. And then I got back with the woman I was with. And then I started building my clientele. Then I started building my clientele. You know what I'm saying? Then I started building my clientele. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just me and her taking turns off her customers. I hit that East End, I hit them streets. You know what I'm saying? I hit my hood. You know what I'm saying? Tapped in with some people, locked in with some people. Then I got my clientele up. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to get somewhere. I was trying to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I had to go to jail for the DWI. And then when I got out, I sold the rest of the crack I had. I had some weed too. I sold the rest of the crack. And then I was just kind of like not really knowing what I was gonna do. Cause when I was in jail, I wasn't saying like I'm finna get out and change my life. Like I wasn't saying none of that. I was praying, I was reading my Bible, but I wasn't on that like I'm finna live a whole new life. I'm finna, clean up my life. Like I was still on the same stuff. I still had the same mentality. So when I got out, I wasn't really quite sure what I wanted to do. I tried to get some more crack from somebody, but he I guess he didn't have no wholesale. So he was going rock for rock. I needed some wholesale, like at least a 50 block or 100 or a yard, 100 block. But he was just going rock for rock. And so he didn't have no wholesale. And so then I'm like, all right. And then next thing you know, I got a job at Dillard's making $10.90 an hour. So I was like, oh yeah, that'll work. I'm good on the dope. You know what I'm saying? So that was my last time selling crack. Before I got that job for Dillard's in November 2014. I got out of jail in September. I got that job in November. Yeah. But I done tricked before. That was like $90 in crack money, but it was due to fronting somebody, giving it to them on credit, but it was mixed with tricking too. You know what I'm saying? But I've tricked with a prostitute, you know what I'm saying? But I told her, you know what I'm saying, this is my first time, you know what I'm saying? This ain't really what I do, but I'm giving it a try. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what it's about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I tricked with a prostitute, man. And but she did everything she was supposed to do. She was professional, you know what I'm saying? No drama, no issues, you know what I'm saying? Timely, punctual, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah, on my part, like God restrained me. Hey, facts. That's all I can say is tell the truth, my G. Matter of fact, when you be like, oh man, I never trick, I could never be a trick, and then that's how people get exposed. When you say you'll never do something, or that ain't you, or I don't do this, or I don't do that. So we're like, what? I know, you know what I mean? And somebody know that to not be the truth, you know what I'm saying? But I just believe in keeping it 100. But yeah, I have tricked. And it wasn't the one from LA either. You know what I'm saying? But I done tricked before. I ain't gonna give no time, no when this happened. You know what I'm saying? But I tricked before though. I spent $70, you know what I'm saying, with a prostitute. But like it was my first time. At this time is my only time. You just straight money for a prostitute, you know what I'm saying? But I did try that. But I couldn't perform. It wasn't nothing happening. And I was on level. Some people know what that means. You get on your level where you like to chill and you just be relaxed. Like I was on my, like it was a little bit uncomfortable just because you don't really know what's going on. Like you know what I'm saying? It was a little bit uncomfortable because first off, you don't want it to be no drama, no type of setup, no type of police sting operation. Like you be kind of worried about that kind of stuff. But then once you see you good, you know what I'm saying? Like I was a little bit uncomfortable, but I wasn't all that uncomfortable. Like I was on level, so I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nothing happening with me. She did everything, you know what I'm saying? Or she did what she was supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? And there was a condom involved, which there should be, you know what I'm saying? Keep it professional, you know what I'm saying? For the ladies that really want longevity in the game, condom on everything. Condom for oral sex, any other kind of sex, condom. You did? For the ones that want longevity in the game. Because some of these dudes will spend money on that other stuff, unprotected, bareback, that unprotected stuff, you know what I'm saying? That, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, a female might get more clients or get more money, you know, by doing that porn star experience, you know what I'm saying? That raw stuff. But that raw stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to cut your time short in the game. You know what I'm saying? It might cut your time short in life, but, you know, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you got to play it safe. If you going to play, why not? You know, I already said it's like gambling. That's gambling in more than one way. You did. But, yeah, I tried it, though. But I ain't going to say it wasn't for me. But God restrained me. I can say that honestly, because I was chilling. I wasn't too nervous. I was a little nervous, but I wasn't that nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, God restrained me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you something else, though. God can restrain you, but if you keep doing it, he might not keep restraining you. You know what I'm saying? If you keep putting yourself in that situation, he might only restrain you one time. But if you going to keep going after it, he mess around and let you have it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like God restrained me because I was chilling. I wasn't full of anxiety or nothing like that. Like, I was chilling. And nah, my stuff did not work. Limp biscuit. You dig? Even with her putting her work in on it. Limp biscuit. You dig? So I just take it as God restraining me. You know what I'm saying? And then I went home and I stayed up all night that night. And I masturbated like 3 or 4 times. But the next day, but I prayed and stuff too. Like, dang, man, I'm feeling like I'm lost in my lust. Like, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I might do a song called Lost in Lust. But I was like, dang, you know, I started talking to God though. And then like the next day, I mean, my lust seemed like it kind of got cut down some. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've tried tricking though. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't go my way. But it's probably not for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like God restrained me from, you know, really becoming one with that woman. You did? He restrained me. And then but a couple weeks before that, God he quickened the scripture to me like in my sleep. The one about in 1 Corinthians 6, he talk about becoming one with a harlot, with a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? He gave me that scripture like a couple weeks ahead of time. So I knew better. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we know better, but we don't always do better. And what else? Yeah, because you'll think like, man, you know, I got the glory of God on my life. I got the Holy Ghost on the inside and upon me. And I got the glory of God on my life. And I'm finna lay down with a prostitute. But, you know, lust, man, lust ain't no joke. Yeah, like lust ain't no joke. I don't be tripping on loneliness or companionship. Like, that's what you miss when you end a relationship. Like, you lose all that. You lose the sex, the intimacy, the companionship. But like, didn't none of that really bother me. Like, I feel like I did what I had to do. But that lust, that lust that's my struggle. I ain't gonna lie. That lust is my struggle though. For now. And the thing is, you know, people try to get super spiritual and be like, well, why don't you just rebuke the demon of lust? Why don't you just rebuke that lust spirit? But see, lust is in you. I mean, there is demonic lust, but there's like just natural human lust, your natural sexual appetite. Besides demons and spirits, you got just your natural person, the natural man. You know what I'm saying? You got a sexual appetite. It's called lust. So it ain't always easy. It's not always as easy as rebuking the devil. That's the easy way. I wish it was that easy, but that ain't that's it ain't that kind of battle though. It ain't that kind of battle where oh devil, I rebuke you and it's over with. Poof, oh that battle's over. Nah, it ain't that kind of battle. You got to walk through this one. This is a wilderness. You got to journey through this one, and you gonna either end up with a wife or God gonna do something to the sexual appetite to just bring it down a whole lot. You to where it ain't no besetting issue, recurring issue. You know what I mean? It's gonna be one of the two. Either you gonna end up with a wife and be fulfilled and content with that, or God just gonna miraculously, supernaturally decline your sexual appetite to where you ain't tripping and you ain't trying to run the streets and hit the sheets. You did all that there. But it's real, man. But I wanna yeah, but so God restrained me in that situation. I don't plan on doing it again, but I can't guarantee I won't. You know what I'm saying? If my money's straight and I'm feeling a type of way, but my money had to be really straight. Like I have to have some extra play money on hand. If I'm in a situation and I got some extra play money. But the thing about prostitutes, like if it's a good prostitute that does good business, like I mean that's better than some of these other chicks. You know, because some of these other chicks really want money. They really want you to trick, but they not being straight up about it. They really want to like finesse it, and they really not straight up about it. Like I respect a prostitute because a prostitute gonna be straight up. Oh, these my rates, these my prices for, and I do this that. I don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just straight up. Like I respect that more than a female that's acting like she likes you for you, but she really just trying to get some money out of you. Like I respect a prostitute more than that kind of woman. You know, I don't knock no prostitute. And of course, I'm not saying that God is okay with this. Fornication is a sin. So of course, prostitution and all that other stuff is gonna be a sin. You know, of course, duh. So I'm not saying it's okay, but people still do stuff that's not okay. Everything that we do is not okay with God. Some things I do is not okay with God, but I still do it, you know, in this season of my life. And it's supposed to be consecration season. And I don't know what happened after that, but I'm holding it down, but it can get real in the field. That's all I can say, man. But I got to be transparent. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep it real. But yeah, man, you know, prostitutes, tricking, pimping, you know, all that, man, is it's out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've done it. I ain't gonna say I can't say I ain't never done it. But I don't feel like that's my thing though. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's my thing. I definitely don't want to make a habit out of it because I'm standing on what I said. It's just like gambling. It's just like a dope addiction. You spending a significant amount of money in a short amount of time, and when it's over, you ain't gonna have nothing to show for it. I'm standing on that. So yeah, you know, you can do what you want to do, but you know, be wise with your money. You know what I'm saying? Be wise with your money. But yeah, we was talking though, man, like tricking make a lot of sense too. Like I understand tricking now. Like the only thing is, like I said, you spending a significant amount of money in a short amount of time. And even if everything go the way you wanted it to go, when it's all said and done, you're not gonna have a whole lot to show for it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. You know, so you know, I'm kind of serious with my money. I'm not no greedy dude, but I don't like to, you know, feel like I threw my money away, even if I got what I wanted. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to feel like I threw no money away. You know what I mean? But I understand that side of the game. It make a lot of sense. Now most tricks be married men too, but they be wanting a woman who gonna do something that they wife not gonna do. And then they ain't gotta, it's no strings attached. So it's no relationship. You ain't expecting nothing else but this money. I ain't gotta do nothing else for you, especially if you got money. Then shoot, that I totally understand. You know what I mean? I totally understand. And then cause and then the thing about square chicks or a regular chick, you think she a regular chick, but she got some game. She trying to get what she can get out of it. But she ain't really telling you. She trying to finesse. But a prostitute is just like, hey, how much? This for this much for that. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? You can bargain or whatever you want to do, try to get a discount, you know what I'm saying? But hey, them bras do not be scared either. You know, they used to say pimping ain't dead. I'ma clean it up. These females just scared. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, them bras do not be scared. Nah, they don't be scared either. Heck nah. And a lot of them is professional and do good business. And gonna make you comfortable and all that. You know what I'm saying? But another thing, you on that clock though, like if you a quickie type person, then that's how you move. But if you a chill type person, you probably, you know, if you want to relax and chill, you're gonna have to pay for that too. So it's business though. You dig? It's business. But you know what I'm saying? God restrained me though. I can say that. But I can also say that if I keep pursuing that, I don't think God gonna keep restraining me. And then I'm gonna get whatever is coming to me through that situation. You know what I'm saying? You get to picking and choosing and pick the wrong one and it be the police. You know what I'm saying? Once you in the game on the trick side, you get what's coming to you. Might get burnt. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? God restrained me though. Yeah, that's a fact. Um, that's about it. I'm finna end. The last thing I want to say, man, God showed me this, man. Y'all know the former drug kingpin Alpo from New York. You know what I'm saying? The one that Cameron played in the movie Paid in Full. Everybody been talking about it on YouTube. You know, he got killed, what was it, Sunday morning? Saturday night, Sunday morning. He got killed. But he was a famous, price of fame. He was a famous killer. He was a famous drug dealer, a famous killer, and then he became a snitch. Snitched on the organization, you know what I'm saying? Snitched on people in DC. Some of his own shooters, hitmen. You know what I mean? But he was running the streets though. He wasn't in no witness protection. You know what I mean? He was running the streets though. So what came to me, not like 6ix9ine either with a armed security team. Nah, he just moving and grooving in the streets like everything all good. And then I seen today it said he was waiting on a female. So maybe the female set him up, or maybe he just got caught slipping. But and then they said whoever did it, it looked like a professional hit. Like the dude aimed 5 shots and they all was like within a certain space in his window. He got hit in the car. He might have been in the turning lane. I don't know. But he was in the car. But all the shots were so close together. It was somebody who really, you know what I'm saying, had aim. So, you know, so he was just in the streets like a regular dude. So what came to me is, but I'm going to also give you a spiritual revelation. Like what came to me is like some people, they get to feeling like they bigger than the streets. You know, they get to feeling like even though I violated the streets in a major way too, not just a snitch, but he was also a killer. So, You don't know if somebody knew somebody that you done killed. That's another thing about bragging about your kills. You don't know who. You know what I'm saying? Even if you in jail and you already been charged for it and you already been convicted, you know what I'm saying? Somebody brother, somebody cousin, somebody nephew, somebody uncle, like, and they gonna want some type of get back for they family member, for their loved one, for their friend. So you don't know. We don't know if it was because of the snitching. We don't know if it's because of somebody that he killed, somebody that he crossed over, or it might not have nothing to do with none of that. It could just be a random situation, just at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know. But he shouldn't have been in the same hood though. Like, but then again, they say he snitched on people in D.C. though. So I guess he didn't snitch on nobody in Harlem. So he might have felt like it was all good. But you know, people, like I talk about in The Price of Fame, bro, people want that name. Somebody will kill you just to get the name. And you a snitch, so you ain't finna be a whole lot of people trying to ride for him. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? You lost your G status. I ain't saying that you still don't have loved ones, but probably ain't nobody from the streets really gonna ride for you like that when you done broke the code in such a major way and then got the nerve to be back in your hood with no security, like it's all good. So some people, for whatever reason, maybe they was a killer, maybe they could fight real good or something, you know, maybe they got some bodies, you know what I'm saying? But some people get the feeling like they bigger than the streets. You know what I'm saying? And you know, them streets can get at you though. You know what I'm saying? You can't just break street rules in a major way. Not like it was a secret. Like, you can't break the code of the streets like that and then just move around like it's all good. Like, it caught up with them. And you don't even have to blame it on the streets. Like the Bible say, you're going to reap what you sow. But what first came to me though is some people think they bigger than the streets. You can just break all type of codes, loyalty, snitching, loyalty. Cause I think he backstabbed the other two dudes. He the one killed Rich Porter, right? If I ain't tripping, over some money or something. Yeah, greed, out of control greed, no loyalty. You know what I'm saying? All that and snitching, and you just in the streets like everything gravy. Nah, that's not how it go. Nah, that is not how it go. But it take a long time for that stuff catch up with you though. It can take a good minute for that stuff to catch up with you. It can take a good minute for that stuff to catch up with you. You know what I mean? So some people think they bigger than the streets, but this something that God gave me. He gave me a spiritual twist on it. And I'm going to take it for myself and always pray. Sometimes in the ministry, like you got certain ministers, I ain't just going to say TV preachers. It could be anybody. It could be any type of person with an audience, with influence. But I'm going to specifically talk about the ministry. Like, I feel like it was a warning and I'm going to be praying against it. Like, you got ministers who think they bigger than God. And this is how that works. You can have sin in your life, right? You can look at Samson. This might be what happened to Samson. Might be what happened to Solomon. I don't know. I be studying them cats. I don't want to go the same route. But I know what that lust bout. I know what it's like to be on a lust mission. You trying to catch something. Catch a chick. And for whatever she gonna do for you, you know what I'm saying? Do something sexual or put some money in your pocket, whatever. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to be in that lust and be on a lust mission. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, ministers that get to thinking they bigger than God, because what happens is you struggling with some kind of sin or I ain't gonna say struggling, but you got some kind of sin in your life, something you dealing with, probably sexual. It could be something else. Could be money. Some people don't be doing right with the money. Some people be smashing the women. You know what I mean? It could be something like that, right? But you don't lose your anointing. The hand of God is still on your life. He's still anointing your ministry, still confirming your words. But you got something in your life that you know it's not right with God, but you still doing it. And God's still with you. And then you get to feeling like, well, it's not that God must not really have a problem with it, since, you know what I mean? So that's how ministers get bigger than God. It become about self. It become more about self than it is about God. And they're not really, it become more about self than it is about God. And you benefiting from it. You're reaping benefits from it. You got sin in your life, but God's still blessing the ministry. Zachary Timms, he came to my mind. I swear he just came to my mind. You have to study his story. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what his wife said. But yeah, God just brought that back to me. But I'm using all that to pray for myself, because I don't want to get in a position where I think I'm bigger than God. You know what I'm saying? Then, because you have sin in your life, but God's still blessing you, he's still anointing the ministry. So then you feel like you can do what you want to do. God ain't really tripping on sin. You know, I'm so important to God, he not going to deal with me. He not going to chastise me. He not going to do nothing to me. He going to let me do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? You get caught up in self, and the minister becomes bigger than God. And sometimes in other people's eyes too, but in your own eyes. And you just feel like you can do what you want to do and just keep doing it. And God gonna keep doing what he do. But, you know, you really headed for destruction though. Anytime the minister think they bigger than God, you headed for destruction. Anytime a dude think they bigger than the streets and you don't have to follow the rules, you headed for destruction. And it's the same way. Cause I got sin in my life, or sin that I do, sin that I struggle with, sin that I yield to. It's all sexual though. Lust, masturbation, fornication. I can tell you straight up. You know what I'm saying? And still ain't really in the state of mind to turn nothing down. You know what I'm saying? If I don't feel like it's something fishy or something funny, or, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at. I ain't gonna lie. Pray for me. I'm praying for myself, but pray for me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to ever get to, and then like you have something in your life, right? And then you just get to thinking it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about me is I'ma always know right from wrong, because I'ma always know the word. And I'm not gonna stretch the word to try to make wrong right. Even if I'm doing wrong, I just say I'm doing wrong. And then you have an area in your life that's not submitted to God. Watch this. But instead of just leaving it like that, you got to take your unsubmission and submit it to God. Like, I got a certain area in my life I'm really not submitted to God like I should be. But what I do is I try to take my insubmission and submit it to God. Like, God, I know I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do in this area of my life. I already know that. But God, I present that to you and just ask you to help me, change me, deal with me, work out my situation. I ain't scared to go through a wilderness. I ain't scared to journey, because God already said, 1 Peter 5:10, he say, after you have suffered a while, after you've wrestled a while, after, I'm adding to it. After you've, I'm not even gonna say adding to it, but I'm expanding it. After you suffered a while, after you struggled a while, after you wrestled a while, after you then went back and forth for a while, it said God will establish, strengthen, settle you. Or no, it said God will make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. So You're going to have to go through for a while, but God going to work it out in the end. That's how I feel. And even when you got wrong in your life, you can't try to make the wrong right. Well, I'm a man. I'm single. You didn't give me a wife yet. Nah, you can't try to justify it before God. Like, God, I'm wrong. I know what I be doing. I'm wrong. But I commit my wrong to you. I ask you to forgive me, help me to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, work out whatever needs to be worked out in me, and then work out whatever you want to do as far as my situation. You know what I'm saying? In life. If you want to send me a wife or bless me in a right relationship, or just take my sex drive down a whole lot. Like, whatever you want to do, deal with me the way I need to be dealt